Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 2021 and the final part of Season 4 of the Immersive Driver Career Mode with Mercedes. Unfortunately, today, nothing to fight for as Max Verstappen won the championship in the last episode. We have had a bit of a rough patch recently, and Max Verstappen has refound his form, winning the last two Grand Prix. So, unfortunately, nothing we could do. We're out of the title fight now. However, we are still very much in the fight for the constructors. 12 points behind Red Bull in that. So ourselves and Lewis Hamilton are fighting to try and turn that championship around. But it is going to be tough. We've also got Valterri Bottas retiring at the end of this season. You can see we have protected every single aerodynamic upgrade. But our chassis development not quite looking the same. Which is a weird way for the team to approach it. But yeah, you can see not all of it is going to manage to get protected by the end of the season. We'll see. So it could be interesting going into Season 5, which will be the final season of the Immersive Driver Career, I imagine. Where we are, I mean, I'm fully planning on staying at Mercedes now and trying to win that title next season for them because... yeah, we've unfortunately thrown it away this season, really, and this is going to be the first, possibly the first title that Mercedes don't win. They didn't win the Constructors last. They won the Constructors last year. They didn't. They're not on for it this year, but we will see. Let's get into qualifying. Pace has been pretty tricky so far. Charles Leclerc, a second ahead in practice. Very, very worrying, but we'll see. The final round in Abu Dhabi is about to get underway. Well, first lap in Q1, I mean, it has been a poor lap, to say the least. 1.2 seconds slower than our practice time. And that will certainly not be good enough to get through to Q2, never mind top the session, so we will go around again and see how we get on. We're just catching a couple of the curbs a little bit too heavy. That's been the problem here. You can see already lost a little bit of time in that hairpin, but must have been a better exit because we are gaining time all the way along this straight, and we might as well stay with the action, showing you guys a full lap around here in Abu Dhabi.
We've only got 2 laps.
That's me. We are struggling with the car. And as I said, pace in practice wasn't fantastic. It is, or has been, a weird thing in the second half of this season that this Mercedes car just doesn't quite seem as good at the start as it was at the start of the season, or at least in that middle stretch from France all the way until Italy. But this is awful. It really is horrendous. We might be able to get one more lap out of this. We might need it at this rate. Another half second gained, but still 7/10 off my practice 3 time, and well, there you go, we're not going to get a lap this time. Let's just throw it round this corner and see if we can gain any time, but no, 2/10 down, and that's with a corner cut. I wish we had the proper version of this track, that one where we go all the way into that hairpin. Look how much quicker you can go doing that. I've got a Alfa Romeo right behind us, Ocon. Possibly a contender to replace Bottas at Red Bull. It would be a good move, you feel, for Ocon. Russell would be the other one that you might be looking at in there. Possibly even Lewis Hamilton jumping ship. Who knows? But Red Bull certainly will be looking for somebody better than Bottas, because Bottas hasn't had the best of times. Goodness me, that grass must be deep because we struggled to get going there. And we were purple in that second sector. Oh my goodness. We've gone again. It's because of the tyre temps, and, well, we better hope that this time was good enough, because these tyres are shot now. Well, we risked it, and we shouldn't have. We shouldn't have, because Esteban Ocon has managed to go quicker than us, and we've gone out in Q1, and that is a embarrassment, really. This has been the thing. You know, these last few races, our qualifying pace has just not been there, and it's because we are not hooking it up in that first lap. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the season over now, because no doubt Max is going to get pole position, Bottas is going to be up there, Lewis Hamilton doesn't even look that fast, so I guess it's all out attack in the race.
Welcome to the Yas Marina circuit for the finale of another thrilling Formula One season. It's been a breathtaking year, and we end it at a track that's been the scene of many glories and heartbreaks over its history. It's time to end the season in style. It's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The Yas Marina circuit, just over 3.4 miles long with 21 corners and 2 very long back straights. There are 2 DRS zones going into the heavy braking zones of both Turn 8 and Turn 11 and offer plenty of potential for overtaking. The circuit comes with its fair share of tricky corners as well, in particular 15, 16 and 17, which will certainly test a driver's braking management. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Bottas, Yuki Tsunoda, and Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Giovinazzi, Vettel, and Charles Leclerc. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Stroll, Gasly, Esteban Ocon, and Zhou. The captain, Russell, Christian Lundgaard, and Mick Schumacher. They've taken a grid penalty. Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, last race of the season, and we still have a chance of winning the Constructors. Let's bring this home.
Okay, so here we are then, down on the track. We do still have a half chance of winning the Constructors, I suppose, but Max Verstappen on pole, Bottas ahead of Hamilton as well.
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement
we are
is okay
not going to take any prisoners. We are
We're
going
to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes.
have a good little
Keep the engine
practice
cool,
this first lap.
So don't go too high with the revs.
Brand new soft tyres. We're going to take absolutely no prisoners. If we end up crashing out, we end up crashing out. But this is what I want on the opening lap. And if we can get up to 9th by this point of the opening lap, then we must have done a good job. Oh, we must have made a little bit of contact with Giovinazzi. Never mind. Well, here we are then. Much quicker than we wanted for the final race of the Grand Prix. Lights out, away we go here in Abu Dhabi for the final race of the season. Russell off to a brilliant start. We're getting swamped a little bit as we head into turn 1, and I think just try and stay out of it a little bit on this first lap. Turbulent air meaning that we get sucked wide there, and we're holding it on the curbs. It's going to be Mazepin having a little look at us, but we do the switcheroo and easily make it around him. Lundgaard there, very, very slow. and Schumacher as well, as we concertina down into this hairpin. And now onto the straight for the first time, up to 16th position. But Zhou and Ocon just ahead. They're going to be guys that we can get past fairly quickly as well. And look at this, they're going to go 3 wide into this next corner. It's Ocon down the inside. We got Zhou around the outside as Ocon bounces over the curbs. And now Russell, little bit of a poor exit from there. We should be able to get right into his slipstream here as we go towards the inside line. And we managed to make the move stick. So we got Guan Yu Zhou just ahead of us as we bounce over the curbs, lucky not to get any underbody damage. Can we get up to 13th by the end of this lap? It's imperative that we do, really, because everybody ahead of this position are going to be much quicker and therefore much harder to catch up to. So we need to get past Zhou very, very quickly here. A little bit wide. Lucky not to go full onto the curbs. But there you go, the end of this first lap of the final race of the season. We are still behind Guan Yu Zhou, but look how slow he is. Just got to watch the turbulent air through here. That's better. We should have a bit of a chance down the inside here. No, apparently not. Might have to wait till the straight. Just make sure we get a better exit than him. Yeah, that's good. That's good. This should be the chance now. Right in his slipstream. Which way is he going to go? He tried to cover us, but we managed to get the car slowed down nicely. Up into 13th place now. But Max Verstappen leading the way, so unless there's a DNF, it's not looking great for the constructors. Well, we were excellent on the brakes there, and we managed to get past Pierre Gasly.
Good job.
Very nice. Well, having a look at Charles Leclerc as well here, and we are through. Excellent move. And now we got Lance Stroll's teammate Sebastian Vettel right ahead of us. I think we're a bit too far back to make a move on a 4-time world champion this lap, but possible chance later in the lap. Well, people starting to come into the pit lane. And, well, it'll be interesting to see whether we can get any sort of overcut on these guys. Well, Vettel doesn't have DRS, so this is going to be a great chance on him. He pulls to the outside. Oh, we just about managed to hold it in time. Oh, that was close.
Box, we're coming in this lap.
Well, we're basically doing the opposite of what we've done in the last couple of Grand Prix. We are now out there trying to overcut the competition. We will see what happens. We'll keep an eye on Max Verstappen's sector times compared to ours, and whether we want to stay out there or come into the pits.
We're leading our teammate by 17.9 seconds.
Well, Max is definitely quicker, so we're going to come into the pits now. Oh, just about got in time. And we're in. So here we go. Let's see.
Exit now.
We're away. Now then, there goes Bottas. There's Norris. And Hamilton. Is Tsunoda going to make it past us as well?
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
No, I think we're going to come out just ahead of that little group. And that's exactly what we do. So Tsunoda comes out ahead of us, but the rest don't. So we have managed to overcut That little group that was just ahead of us as they came into the pits. So that is good news for us, because now we can push hard. Maybe get up to Hamilton, but it's not looking good for the constructors. Red Bull 1-2 at the moment.
Don't panic just yet, but we've seen a problem at our end. We're looking into it.
Well, a reliability problem would just about sum up this second half of the season. We haven't had one all year. Here's hoping it's not going to be the case here. Closing in on Yuki now.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Okay, we have a severe engine issue. Find a safe space to retire or return to the pits.
Well, typical, isn't it?
This is serious. We need you to retire as soon as possible. Okay, the gap behind is 3.7 seconds.
I have nothing to say. Nothing to say. An engine failure in the final Grand Prix. Oh, we were chasing after Tsunoda. We would have probably got past him. We'd have had a nice little battle with Hamilton.
Happened? Let me know you're okay.
But there you go. We are out. We are out of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
It's been a roller coaster season then, but they can go into the winter with their heads held high after an emphatic victory here today. Ant, talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
Well, the last race with number 1 on the front of the car has not gone well.
Talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I'll probably go for Pierre Gasly. The team did a good job with the strategy to put him in amongst the pack, but it's the driver's job to capitalise on those opportunities, and he did so with a lot of skill.
And it's another title in the bag for Red Bull. After a long and hard-fought season, they built an astonishing car this year, and the glory they'll be taking back to Milton Keynes is fully deserved. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So there you go then. Max Verstappen wins the final Grand Prix of the year. Bottas second, Norris in third. Lewis Hamilton finishes fourth in the end for Mercedes. Tsunoda fifth, Gasly sixth, Vettel seventh, Stroll 8th, Giovinazzi 9th, and Perez 10th. We would have finished at least 5th in that Grand Prix. But we end the year in second position. Hamilton finishes the year in third, and, well, the constructors, we lose by a 1-2 in the end, and, yeah, that is a big shame. You know, at one stage it looked like we were going to win both titles, but they just slipped through our fingers towards the end of the year. And Max Verstappen on terrific form, so well done to him. Let's see what is lying ahead for us. I do want to stay at Mercedes. Of course, they might decide that they don't want me.
Out there today.
Oh, shut your face, Claire. But let's see.
You had the pace, but your car couldn't quite keep up, could it?
We should be doing better. We can do better.
Out there today. Who's to blame for that failure?
No one could have predicted it.
Appreciate your time.
There you go. I'm glad that you actually appreciate me time for once, Claire. Oh, anyway. Right. Max Verstappen wins that final rivalry. Well done to him. And we lose a bit of acclaim. Not really our fault, has to be said. But, yeah, you know, it's had to come at one point.
Contract renewal time. So think about if this is where you still want to be. We can try and negotiate a better deal here, but we also have the chance to look elsewhere.
It's a good job that we're not, that we weren't fighting for the championship in that last race. That would have been devastating.
Great. They're happy to enter into negotiations with us.
Alright, let's go for a medium risk. Let's see what they want. Are they going to accept us? Hey! So we are going to be at Mercedes next season, which is good. And we can boost stuff up. So I think we want to increase that. What else can we increase? Let's go for that then. There we go. Nice. Cool. Right, so driver retirement. So Bottas is gone. They're sorry about that, which is fine. Let's see what they're gonna do. I mean, I'm tempted to turn off the automated so that we can go in and protect one more thing. Can I do that from here? I'm not even sure I can, to be honest. Will it be in settings? Oh no, it is there. There you go, settings. Right, career settings. Go to on for that. And let's have a little look and see if we can do it. Chassis. Recommend upgrade. There you go. Let's get that adapted. There we go. So we have finally adapted one bit, and we'll turn that straight back off and have that automated. So let's continue on and see.
Our new parts have
How
completed without issue.
The season
We'll
ends.
be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
We'll finish the season. And there you go. We're up to level 20 now, which is good. And there you go. So 2 wins to 1 for Lewis Hamilton. Goodness me. 2 pole positions to 3. 190 points to 168. Second and third in the championship. Not the strongest year for Mercedes, it has to be said. So we need to bounce back next season, and I really can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to it. And now we get to choose the races for next season. So I think we are going to go for a 10 racer this time around. Why don't we remove every race and we'll decide which ones we want to do together for this final 10 race season. So we are of course going to have Imola and Portugal. Spain will miss out, Monaco will miss out, Baku, and I have to say, unfortunately this year Canada has not been my favourite to drive, so that one might not well end up in the final 10. France I've really enjoyed driving. Austria of course is brilliant. Great Britain we tend to do pretty well there. Hungary we like that. Belgium and Italy of course. Russia I enjoy driving as well. USA not as much. Maybe Brazil. Maybe that is that. Oh no, it's fine. No! Oh, that's so annoying. Right, so we had those ones, not that one. We did have... oh, for goodness sake. This is so stupid. No, we did have Britain, didn't we? We had Hungary, Belgium, Italy, Russia, and then finishing in Brazil. There you go. Yeah, I mean, the only other one that I do like is Jeddah, but we were pretty slow around there. It's whether we want another go at that. But then it would be the season finale, and I feel like that could be an anticlimax. Whereas Brazil, being the series ender, may well be exciting. And yeah, it's a very much a European-based season. Starting in Imola, that's going to be exciting, and then moving to Portugal. Both tracks I really enjoy. Then France, Austria, Silverstone and Hungary. Belgium, excellent run for us. Italy in there as well. Russia had some great races around there. And then finishing the season in Brazil. I definitely think that is going to be enjoyable. And hopefully it is. So
Great, that's everything.
we'll
we need.
advance on.
You can go back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, Hit advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula 1.
So there's our driver. Avatar, as always. Country is Britain. Name is fine. Audio name, the captain, of course. And our driver number, we will be back to number 8 this season, unfortunately for us. Our helmet, we will have a new helmet in time for the next episode. Any other victory calls?
That's a wrap, folks! Woohoo! Lick the stamp and send it! Woo! Yeah! Thank you. I need a moment.
Nah, I mean, all of them are pretty rubbish, to be honest. The podium emotes, I do like that one, the one where we bow. So, yes, let's advance on. And here we are then. And looking at the aerodynamics, look at that. Down to 11 out of 21 on the chassis. But look at the vehicle performance comparison. Look at Williams. Look at Williams. They are third in terms of their performance. McLaren have dropped well down. Alpine have dropped well down as well. Goodness me, Williams could well be fighting for big points in the races this year. We are hugely ahead. What on earth has happened there? You can see Williams have just managed to keep their car pretty much the same level. We've dropped quite significantly from the end of last season. Williams were very much the second worst team. They're now the third best. That is hilariously good. Shall we have a little quick look at the teams? So who has gone to Red Bull? You can't actually see on there. Is it going to be somebody from F2, or is Sainz going to make a return? Vettel and Stroll in there. It doesn't look like a lot has happened here. Russell's still at Williams. Ocon, there you go. Ocon at Red Bull. So who's going to replace him at Alfa Romeo? Who is it going to be? It's Callum Ilott. So Carlos Sainz still nowhere to be seen. But I don't know why. I had a feeling Esteban Ocon might be the one, and him versus Max Verstappen this season is going to be fascinating. It really is. But yeah, what a season we have got lined up for you. And of course, that will all be starting in the next episode as we start Season 5. If you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Formula 1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.